because that would help. And give me 1 second. I thought it was all ready, but I guess not. But I guess I'll just check on the website to make sure we're live. And we'll have to use my phone to look at comments and stuff. Which is okay, because I got the dual screen. 2 screens. Okay. So, let's make sure first that we're live. Okay, it's already muted. Good. Okay, looks like we're live. And I'll pull up the YouTube chat over here. And just be sure to mute it. There we go. We've muted all of the chats. Everything. I can see that we're live. That's great. Okay, I can see the chat. I know that I actually have some chats to respond to from last time. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, so let's do that. I know that my friends commented on the last video, so I want to check that. Oh, and thank you for the 2 likes. Oh yeah, we have 2 comments. L Consciousness says the tones playing are not G and B. Those are G and E. At 2:51 in the video. Let's hear it. Okay, hold on. Is it? So L Consciousness is saying that on the last video, or on last night's video, that they weren't G and B. I remember playing G and B. So since I played these songs on stream, I can actually go back and look at which ones I clicked. So I'm going to heart his comment. And then I see Striffiet left a comment as well. So can I copy this? No, I'm just going to take a screenshot and use Google Lens to view it. And because Google Lens will be able to translate it for me. And translate. Go, the lives are starting too late. I can't keep up. Yeah, I have been starting too late. But I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Let me say that in Portuguese. Let's go to translate. Yes. They have been starting late. I'm starting them earlier. Do I have... Yeah, that's it. Oops. No.
Sí, han comenzado.
We don't want Spanish. I'm sorry, we want Portuguese. Okay, I guess I should have just went to Google itself. I didn't know Google Translate had to, or the Translate app had to do a lot of other things. So let's go into Google Translate. And I'm going to do it into Portuguese.
Sim, eles começaram tarde. Estou trabalhando para iniciá-los mais cedo.
Okay, so I see that the stream looks like it's buffering. Let me see if it actually is. Okay, well, let's stop doing that. We'll see. Okay, we responded. And okay, now let's go back to the video from 2 nights ago and see how that sounds. Let's see, it's 1 hour. They're both 1 hour and 26 minutes. Why is there 2 videos for the same thing? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to get rid of this one if it's somehow... Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna go to me playing the, actually playing the guitar. Let's fast forward up. It doesn't, but... Okay, fast forward. Now, see, that's the kind of thing I want to do. Oops. I need this up. Just giving me a lot of resistance for time. Okay, speed up past the tuning part. Okay. And I'm gonna read what this comment says as well. I don't think you meant, oh, consciousness, I don't think you meant E. You must have meant, and let me see if I can go to comments and stuff here. Okay, I got the comments up. And then I'll just make sure. Okay. But, it looks like I am playing G, and, it's harder to tell because there's that banner blocking it with my name, but I'm definitely not playing E. I messed up. But that's still something. Let's see what I said. Yeah, okay, I think fine. I'm just gonna see where it goes. But then that's the last thing we're doing, and then we're ending the stream. Yeah, I think it is a G and an A. When I go back to Perfect Pitch Training number 30, practice 24, September 4th, 2020, 2 days ago, at approximately 1 minute, or not 1 minute, 1 hour and 22 minutes in, that's when I start playing this, and you can't really see because that bar is blocking it out. But I know that I'm definitely not playing E, because I can see that I'm not playing E. So I'm pretty sure that that was a G, and G and B. So I'm going to respond to that comment as well. Oops. Okay. So now I'm going to turn down the there you go. I rechecked the footage. And I was playing. Oh, he means it's G and high E, not G and B. That's what he means. You mean G and high E. Well, if nothing else, I know what the G sounds like, but yeah. Okay, that's what he means. Okay, so we'll get confirmation on that. Alright. So I'm going to move the chat over there, and let's pull up the note cards, and I got my pen back. So we won't be having any misclicks. Oh, I almost forgot to say, today, Justin and I have officially been in a relationship for 5 years. That's right, it's our 5-year anniversary. Well, technically yesterday, but, 20 minutes passed, but it's been 5 years. That's 365 days times 5. Anyone wondering? So we've officially been together for 5 years, and he says he'll be on Karaoke Live this Friday night, so we can discuss what it means to be in a long-term relationship. It's going to be a great one. So that means I'll be starting at, Keith Montgomery said congratulations. Thank you, Keith. And so, yeah, I think that'll be really good. That means we'll be starting at 9 p.m. because it'll be a special episode. And he might even make a surprise appearance tonight. I hope he does. I tried to get him to make it. So we'll see. Okay. No, I didn't want that. Go away. Okay. Set an alarm for 1 hour. Alright, 1:21 a.m. And study blue. It's going to open the app for me. Oh, it was saying something. I just clicked it too fast. I don't know what it was saying. Okay. Well, let's take the quiz. Alright, what note is this? And let's see, the camera's on this side. This one. I'm going to say B. It is a B. Oh, so G. It is a G. Why is it so quiet? I'll bring that up and then... Is this just quiet for some reason? That's weird. I hooked up, right? Low E. It's an A. So that's a D. Yes. So a G. Actually, I'm going to move this over to here and open up the chat on this screen so that I can keep it in a split screen. So I can see the YouTube chat and this tab at the same time. Or I'll keep this in a pop-up window. That might work better. And let me make sure that the volume's all the way down. On YouTube, yep, okay. Good. That way I can see the chats. And yeah, so I'm going to make this a pop-up window. Instead, just rearranging my windows here. And Do Re Me Lo says, very interesting. Hey! Yeah, so this is all about just learning the notes by ear. Nice to see you join. Okay, and now I'm going to pop up this, yeah, I'm going to pop up the chat window so I can still see Facebook's chat and everything. And there we go. And yeah, okay. There we go. And she said, how are you, love? I'm good. Hello. Oh, I'm doing well. So nice to see you. I gotta check out your channel more. Okay. So now, by the way, I've got my screens arranged like this. So I can see the other chat, I can see that chat, and then I got my study cards. And I can see that we're still live. modern problems require modern solutions. Not really a problem, it would just take longer to go find wherever I set that when I came in the door. Okay. So continuing on. Oh yeah, that was an A note, and I think I got that one wrong, so we're gonna mark it wrong. Oh, Do Re Me Lo says awesome with a sunglasses emoji face. The cool emoji face? Yeah, definitely. Yay, no? The screen wanna stop? Okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, no. Gonna redo that only because it was messing up right there. I'm not registering. Okay, so we're starting over on this one. Ooh, it starts off with imagine a D note. Yes, I'll give it to myself. What note is this? An A. Yes. We'll go with B. Yes, it is a B. Yeah, it's really low for you guys. I don't know why it's so low. That's better. Oh, low E? Yes. So that's an A. Yes. Correct. I want to say high E. Correct. Oops, I accidentally flipped over the card. That's this weird card that for some reason has no audio with it. See, look at this. This is supposed to have audio with it, and there's no audio with it. See, I'm just gonna mark it right. And then imagine a B note. I was trying to show you. I was hoping the next note would. I'll show you the next note when it has audio again. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. But it's really weird, so I'll have to go in and take that one out because it doesn't make sense that it doesn't actually have the note on it. Imagine a B note. Yeah, it was too high, so I'm not going to give it to myself. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to have the audio right there. And then you click on that. But that one doesn't have any audio, which is really weird because I've been using the same deck of cards. So unless last time when I edited them, I made a mistake or something and, did accidentally deleted one of the audios, that probably makes sense because that's when it started happening, so. B, high E. Low E. No A. Should have said A. high E, G. I didn't think it was G. Obviously, because I didn't say G. I forgot about the song. At least we know there's a G in the song. Even though we're confused as to whether it's a, or I'm confused as to whether it's a, what? What is happening? Hold on, I'm gonna reconnect my phone to the
4,424.
So I think what happened is when I turned this on, it auto-connected to Justin's phone. So I'm going to immediately make it go into Bluetooth mode. Alright, there we go. Okay. I'm hoping that'll be louder too. Hold on 1 second. My phone paused the stream, so I need to make sure that it's showing live on this end. There we go, now it rotated back. There we go. Oh, come on. Live chat, that's what I need. Alright. A, D. Terrible. Low E. Yes. So low E. Yes. High E. B. So G. Right? Yeah. So B. Yeah. Imagine an A note. Correct. Oh, wait. B. It's a G. So D. Oops. I accidentally exited out of it. So third time's a charm. Oh, but before I do that, I might as well take out the one rogue card. Edit. Where are you? Also, I need to plug this phone up. There's the rogue card. It was a low E note too, obviously. Okay. Let's do this. B, G. D, yes. A, low E. Imagine a high E note. I'll give it to myself. What note is this? B. Yes. D, A. High E, yes. B, yes. D as in dog. No, it's an A. Yeah. Oops, I accidentally saw the answer. I'm going to say I would have gotten it right. It is a low E. B. It is a B. I was thoroughly surprised. So high E, yes. Low E. Oh, A. I don't know why I said low E. Imagine a D note. I don't know. I'm not going to give it to myself. Imagine a G note. Nope. G? D. Yeah, I wasn't obviously listening. Imagine a low E note. I got that one right. What note is this? High E? Yes. A? No, low E. Yeah. So B, G. Nope. D, yes. Another D. No, that one's a G. But didn't it sound similar? Probably not to some of you. Imagine an A note. Yes, I'll give it to myself. Imagine a B note. I'll give it to myself. See, even though we had to redo it like 3 times, I got a 54%, 13 right, 11 wrong. So we're going to study the wrongs. G. Yes. I wonder how many people are just screaming at this by now, been like, how do you not have it yet? A. Yes. Imagine a D note. Took me a while, but I got there. Imagine a G note. Yeah, I'll give it to myself. What note is this? Low E? No, A. Oh. G? Yes. I was like, I'm struggling with it. I don't feel like it's a B or a high E, so it must be G. Low E. Yes. Oh. I was just looking at some of these different options. For the comments. Oh, that's what happens. Okay. All right. G, D. So then that's got to be G, right? Yeah. A. Mm-hmm. Low E. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I got 9 right, 2 wrong. There's 2 things I want to do now. I'm not sure which one I want to do first. So I think I know which one I'll do first. But it also works because this needs to go on the charger real quick, and this will charge fast. I won't be able to see your... I'll run back and look at your comments, but I just need to throw this on the charger. Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh. So that message that popped up when I opened up the study app was saying that app is going away. And I don't know if they're partnering or changing to a whole new thing, but hopefully it'll be, hopefully it'll still be good and the note cards won't disappear. But that's sad that it took us so long to find that app and then it's going away. But 'tis life with everything changing. Anyways, what I wanted to do, don't lose this, is remember this booklet if you've been following the Perfect Pitch series. So we have this little booklet, and we were to read the book before, in one of the parts. So I'm going to go back and we're going to read the book again. Because maybe there are some helpful things in it. And I feel like a lot of people that are watching now, especially if you're on Facebook, by the way, if you're on Facebook, youtube.com/Botsy, BOTSY, blue circle, click it, subscribe, turn on notifications. So I think it could help, right? Something's gotta give. Anyways, I feel. Okay, so how to use this super course. To begin, first read pages 1 through 13 only, then listen to Masterclass 1. We're just going to continue moving through the book because we've already done this part. Congratulations on your decision to refine your musical ear and welcome to the Perfect Pitch Ear Training Super Course. Here in your hands, you have a highly specialized audio series that will give you oral training and result like aural, like AURAL, not like oral. Almost got myself in trouble there. That will give you oral training and results available nowhere else. Here you will learn revolutionary, time-tested methods directly from the source, as David Lucas Burge explains to you in masterful detail the art of perfect pitch ear training. Your complete step-by-step classes are provided on your enclosed CDs or audio tapes. This handbook serves as supplemental material for your reading enjoyment. Perfect pitch is easy to understand and fun to practice, yet the training is also very subtle, a refined art which cannot be fully grasped merely by reading a book. We have found that as musicians continue to listen to David Lucas, their comprehension is greater. The very first time, we are pleased to present to you their experiences are clearer and their ears mature faster. So here, for the very first time, we are pleased to present to you a brand new, revised, and greatly expanded version of the Perfect Pitch Ear Training Supercourse, with timeless knowledge for a new millennium. The ear training techniques you will learn here have been proven effective by thousands of musicians around the world, as well as by independent research at 2 leading educational institutions. See page 72. This program is also being used at music schools, colleges, universities, and by private music teachers everywhere. The audio/handbook package you now hold in your hands includes the complete Perfect Pitch Ear Training Supercourse, known as Volume 1 of the David Lucas Burge Ear Training Library for Musical Excellence. Immediate benefits regularly reported with this course include increased oral alertness, greater depth of sensitivity, richer perception, and enhanced creativity. Benefits over several months include the full development of perfect pitch and advancements in a wide range of associated musical talents. Volume 2 of this library is a relative pitch ear training supercourse, the classic 41-lesson program by David Lucas Burge that you can study separately or concurrently with this perfect pitch series. Please note that no previous experience is required for either series. You may begin your ear training studies with perfect pitch or relative pitch or both. In these perfect pitch masterclasses, David Lucas talks to people from all styles, instrument, and nationalities. Whatever your background or previous musical experience, we welcome you to this exciting new adventure into perfect pitch. Are you ready to begin? To start your perfect pitch training, continue reading through page 13, including your introduction on pages 11 through 13, which again, we've already read this. And I'm going to skip over these parts because, we've already read his tribute to his teacher. I'm going to skip over that. I'm going to read this quote here. Ability to hear fine distinctions of pitch is the primary musical gift and the ultimate point in the analysis of musical ability. Frank Howes, Man, Mind, and Music. Your introduction. Dear musician, while remastering the Perfect Pitch Ear Training Supercourse from its original audio tape format to its new CD format, I finally realized it was time to add a volume of helpful new material. People have used the program all over the globe for nearly 2 decades, and with their success stories and gracious feedback over the years, I have formulated many improvements that were not included in any previous version of this series. First, I went back to the original audio tape master reels from years ago. I re-edited these tapes from scratch, sifting out what should be included and what needed to be added or refreshed. Like I said, just for clarification, when I read these, I was on stream. But you gotta go to YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you gotta go to YouTube to see that. And if you just come into the series and you're on YouTube, you gotta go earlier in the series to see that. So you gotta go to like the first perfect pitches to hear me read, the full everything, and listen to these beginning CDs. But then I made new recordings to give you important perfect pitch techniques never before published, which doubled the audio content of the series. The original recordings were done years ago in a quaint church at Grand Lake, Michigan. In those days, audio tape was more the standard. So when you hear me refer to tapes, even when you're listening on CD, you'll know you're hearing a talk from the original Perfect Pitch series. We call them the classic parts of the program. You will probably be able to hear the difference in the audio quality of the old tapes compared to the latest recordings. Also, from time to time, you will hear me mention the Perfect Pitch seminar during a classic talk, of course. These days, I no longer travel to do seminars, as I am hopelessly overbooked with many other projects in my life. Instead, I have taken great care to ensure that everything you need is right here in these masterclasses for you. The Perfect Pitch Ear Training Supercourse is structured into 24 masterclass sessions. Introductory phase, masterclasses 1 through 4. Phase 1, preparatory phase, masterclasses 5 through 12. Phase 2, pitch color discrimination, masterclasses 13 through 23. And Phase 3, advanced levels, masterclass 24. You will also find a supplement support session called PowerPoints on the same CD as masterclass 12. Listen to this session at any time, but only if you encounter a question or difficulty with your Perfect Pitch ear training. You know what? That means tomorrow night, we should probably go back and listen to that tape. Or, I actually haven't listened to it, but it says if you're having difficulty, listen to that tape. And I think, 25 practice sessions later, what was only supposed to take 7 at 15 minutes when we're doing an hour, definitely might qualify as needing to listen to this special bonus tape as PowerPoints. So we'll listen to that tomorrow. So I didn't know what I was going to get out of reading this. I thought just maybe more information, maybe something I was missing, something like that. And I wasn't sure at first how much of the book to read. So I think we kind of stopped short anyways. And so, but I am glad now that it's all served its purpose now that I'm like, okay, I should go back, or we should go back and listen to that. I'm also going to check the comments real quick to make sure we don't have any comments. Keith. Okay. So Keith Montgomery on Facebook gave the link to I think the Facebook page and YouTube. So thank you, Keith, for anyone who wants to check those out. So we'll definitely be going tomorrow, on the same CD as Masterclass 12. Okay, let's find the CD. Masterclass 1 and 2, 3, 4. This is obviously where we're at. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Phase 2, 13 and 14, 15 through 21. Is this it? Where are you? Well, by tomorrow we'll find it. It could just be... I think I saw another CD somewhere. But we'll definitely find it, and we'll listen to it tomorrow. Oh, let's see. Is it? It could be on this one though, because he says it's 5 through 12 is Phase 1, and these are all Phase 1. One, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5, 6. And I'm assuming this one right here, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this one is 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 13, 14. It would have gone AWOL. Okay, no, but we'll find it. It's not far. It's just that I've rearranged my room now twice. So it can either be in that drawer or somewhere on, you guys can't see this, but somewhere on top of that dresser over there. Or even over here. Or possibly in the CD player. But yeah, we'll get it before tomorrow night. But, okay, continuing on. The Supercourse set also contains the additional CD session entitled Perfect Pitch for Children, a message to parents and teachers. I do have an 8-year-old, so this session is for adults to hear after they have listened to at least 12 masterclasses and have become familiar with the art of color hearing technique. Okay, so not yet. It's a little bonus there for me. You will find this extra session combined into the last Perfect Pitch CD right after Masterclass 24. To begin your Perfect Pitch ear training program, simply listen to Masterclass 1, which again we've already done. After each masterclass, you will receive instructions for what to do next, including when to read the main body of this handbook. Please listen to a maximum of 1 Perfect Pitch session per day, even if you have already completed your homework assignment. It is okay and actually ideal to also listen to a relative pitch lesson in the same day. I wonder if that means that even when we practice, we're supposed to be also listening, again to the CDs. Because, right, it says, it doesn't say minimum, I'm sorry, it says maximum. That means, okay, if that had said minimum, then yeah, that would have meant that we would want to listen to it even while doing these sessions, but it says maximum. Please listen to a maximum. I'm sorry if I said minimum, it actually says maximum. So that just means don't listen to more than 1 Perfect Pitch session, and even when you listen to the CDs, he'll actually say that and say, nope, time to stop. I know that many of you are eager and will want to hear everything all at once. But save some surprises for yourself. Take a steady pace, do each session step by step, and you'll get results. And you'll get great results. So now, in these masterclasses, I would like to welcome you personally into my home, where we recorded the new portions for this course. From time to time, you may hear tropical birds in the background. Please come in, make yourself comfortable, and we'll learn all about Perfect Pitch. Enjoy your listening, David Lucas Burge. Next up, listen to Masterclass 1, which again we did, so that's why we're going to continue on. I'm going to read his story again. No, I might skip his story and then go on to the next one. Though I am interested in the end of his story. Well, no, I'll read his story again. Okay, Perfect Pitch. Definition: the adept musical hearing ability that enables its processor to 1. Identify tones, chords, and tonalities, keys, by ear. 2. Recall or sing tones from permanent memory, incorrect pitch. And 3. Judge the sharpness or flatness of a tone by ear without an external reference. 4. Enjoy a sense of pitch color akin to the sense of visual color, also called absolute pitch and color hearing. How I discovered the secret to Perfect Pitch. It all started in 9th grade as a sort of teenage rivalry. I'd practice and slave at the piano for 5 hours daily. Linda practiced for less. Linda practiced far less. Yet somehow she always shined as the star performer at our school. They went to Springer Junior High in a suburb of Washington, Delaware. It was frustrating. What does she have that I don't? I'd wonder. Linda's best friend Cheryl bragged on and on to me, adding more fuel to my fire. You could never be as good as Linda, she would taunt. Linda's got perfect pitch. What's perfect pitch? I asked. Cheryl gloated about Linda's uncanny abilities. How she could name exact tones and chords all by ear. How she could sing any tone from memory alone. How she could play songs after just hearing them. The list went on and on. My heart sank when the realization came to me. Her ear is the key to her success. How could I ever hope to compete with her? But it bothered me. Did she really have perfect pitch? How could she know tones and chords just by hearing them? It seemed impossible. Finally, I couldn't stand it anymore. So one day, I marched right up to Linda and asked her point blank if she had perfect pitch. Yes, she nodded aloofly, but perfect pitch was too good to believe. I rudely pressed. Can I test you sometime? Okay, she replied. Now she would eat her words. My plot was ingeniously simple. When Linda least suspected, I walked right up and challenged her to name tones for me by ear. I made her stand so she could not see the piano keyboard. I made sure other classmates could not help her. I set up everything perfectly so I could expose her perfect pitch claims as a ridiculous joke. While with silent apprehension, I selected a tone to play. She'll never guess F sharp, I thought. I had barely touched the key. F sharp, she said. I was astonished. I played another tone. C, she announced, not stopping to think. Frantically, I played more tones, skipping here and there, all over the keyboard. But somehow, she knew the pitch each time. She was amazing. Sing an E flat, I demanded. Sing an E flat, I demanded, determined to mess her up. She sang a tone. I checked her on the keyboard, and she was right on. Now I started to boil. I called out more tones, trying hard to make them increasingly difficult, but she sang each note perfectly on pitch. I was totally boggled. How in the world do you do it? I blurted. I don't know, she sighed. And that was all I could get out of her. The dazzle of perfect pitch hit me like a ton of bricks. My head was dizzy with disbelief. Yet from then on, I knew that perfect pitch was real. I couldn't figure it out. How does she do it? I kept asking myself. On the other hand, why can't everyone recognize and sing tones by ears? Then it dawned on me. People call themselves musicians, and yet they can't tell a C from a C sharp, or A major from F major. That's as strange as a portrait painter who can't name the colors of paint on his palette. It all seemed odd and contradictory. Humiliated and puzzled, I went home to work on this problem. At age 14, this was a hard nut to crack. You can be sure I tried it out for myself. With a little sweet talking, I'd get my 3 brothers and 2 sisters to play piano tones for me, so I could try to name them by ear. But I always turned it into a messy guessing game I just couldn't win. Day after day, I tried to learn those freaking tones. I would hammer a note over and over to make it stick in my head. But hours later, I would remember it a half step flat. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recognize or remember any of the tones by ear. They all started to sound the same after a while. How were you supposed to know which was which just by listening? I would have done anything to have an ear like Linda, but now I realized it was way beyond my reach. So after weeks of work, I finally gave up. Then it happened. It was like a miracle, a twist of fate, like finding the lost Holy Grail. Once I stopped straining my ear, I started to listen naturally. Then the simple secret to perfect pitch jumped right into my lap. Curiously, I began to notice faint colors within the tones, not visual colors, but colors of pitch, colors of sound. They had always been there, but this was the first time I had ever really let go and listened to discover these subtle differences. Soon, to my own disbelief, I too could name the tones by ear. It was simple. I could hear how F sharp sounds one way, while B flat has a totally different sound, sort of like hearing red and blue. The realization struck me. This is perfect pitch. This is how Bach, Beethoven, and Mozart could mentally envision their masterpieces, and know tones, chords, and keys all by ear. It was almost childish. I felt sure that anyone could unlock their own perfect pitch with the simple secret of colored hearing. Bursting with excitement, I told my best friend, Anne, a flutist. She laughed at me. You have to be born with perfect pitch, she asserted. You can't develop it. You don't understand perfect pitch, I countered. I showed her how to listen. Timidly, she confessed that she too could hear the pitch colors. With this jump start, Anne soon realized she had also gained perfect pitch. We became instant celebrities. Classmates loved to call out tones which we would then magically sing from thin air. They played chords for us to name by ear. They quizzed us on what a key song was in, and what key a song was in. Everyone was fascinated with our supernatural powers, yet to Anne and me, it was just normal. Way back then, I never dreamt I would later cause such a stir in the academic world. But as I entered college and started to explain my discoveries, many professors laughed at me. You must be born with perfect pitch, they'd say. You can't develop it. I would listen politely, then I'd reveal the simple secret, so they could hear it for themselves. You'd be surprised how fast they changed their tune. In college, my so-called perfect ear allowed me to skip over 2 required music courses. Perfect pitch made everything easier for me. My ability to perform, compose, arrange, transpose, improvise, and even sight read, because without looking, you're sure you're playing the correct tones. And because my ears were open, music just seemed richer. I learned that music is definitely a hearing art. Oh, you must be wondering, whatever happened with Linda? Excuse me, I'll have to backtrack. It was now my senior year of high school. I was nearly 18. In these 3.5 years with perfect pitch, my piano teacher insisted I had made 10 years of progress, and I had. But my youthful ambition still wasn't satisfied. I needed one more thing: to beat Linda. Now was my final chance. The University of Delaware hosts a performing music festival each spring, complete with judges and awards. To my horror, they scheduled me that year as the grand finale of the event. The fated day arrived. Linda gave her usual sterling performance. She would be tough to match, let alone surpass. But my turn finally came, and I went for it. Slinking to the stage, I sat down and played my heart out with selections from Beethoven, Chopin, and Ravel. So sorry if I'm saying those wrong. The applause was overwhelming. Later on, I scoured the bulletin board, searching for our grades in the most advanced performance category. Linda received an A, which came as no surprise. I scored an A+. Sweet victory was music to my ears. Mine at last. Let me check the comments. Okay, no comments, so we're good. Okay. Move my blanket, because I'm always cold. Number 2, perfect pitch, the phenomenon. Prized over centuries of quintessence of a virtuoso ear for music. Perfect pitch bestows on its processor. Oh, why can't I read? Prized over centuries as the quintessence of a virtuoso ear for music. Perfect pitch bestows on its possessor an unmatched mastery of the musical language. In classical times, Bach, Beethoven, and most all the musical greats had perfect pitch. When Mozart was 7 years old, a friend lent him a violin with a pleasing sound. Young Mozart soon complained that it was half a quarter of a tone flatter than his own violin, without a direct comparison. Incredulous, Mozart's father insisted that both violins be brought forth to compare. Of course, the child's ear proved impeccable. From classical to pop to rock to jazz, many current and recent superstars also possess or did possess perfect pitch. Frank Sinatra, Leonard Bernstein, Barbra Streisand, Julie Andrews, Andre Previn, Stevie Wonder, Nat King Cole, Miles Davis, Ella Fitzgerald, Glenn Gould, Yngwie Malmsteen, Eric Johnson, Tommy Mars, Bella Bartok, Jascha Heifetz, Paul Schaffer, Yo-Yo Ma, Yanni, the list goes on and on. In the general population, perfect pitch is rare, but the further up the musical ladder we climb, the more commonplace the ability becomes. For example, at the Juilliard School of Music, you'll find about 10% of the students with the ability. A typical symphony orchestra will boast 20 to 40% of its membership with perfect pitch. Surveys indicate that half of today's most popular recording artists have perfect pitch, rising to 87% for top concert performers. Professionals rate a good sense of pitch as the most valuable element of musicianship, higher than any other essential, including good rhythm, technical facility, accurate memory, intensity discrimination, and creativity. Even with years of formal training and the finest instrument, one's success in music always hinges on one's ability to hear. Singers find perfect pitch invaluable for sight singing. locating obscure pitches, singing in tune, and producing a correct pitch out of thin air. It's a curious experience when the first time you know that a vocalist hit a high C, or when you can tell that a singing ensemble has drifted flat. Glancing at a page of sheet music, others may see only black dots. But with perfect pitch, you can mentally hear how each pitch sounds. This mental ability to hear music in color also improves your musical memory. Perfect pitch is more than naming individual tones by ear. You can also hear that a piece is in the key of G major, and you can follow the chords by ear: E minor, A major, D7, etc. All the layers of melody and harmony. Various skills are often confused for the ability of perfect pitch itself, but really, these skills evolve from a mastery of pitch. For example, perfect pitch does not automatically mean that you can play by ear, but if you want to play by ear, perfect pitch becomes your prime resource. More and more, as your ear does the work for you, you can find desired tones by ear instead of searching by hand. Perfect pitch, known more often in scholarly circles as absolute pitch, also adds a higher aesthetic appreciation. Acoustical psychologist A. Bacham found that particular characteristics of certain keys, e.g., the brilliancy the brilliancy of A major, the softness of D flat major, can only be appreciated fully through absolute pitch. To the color ear, the entire pitch spectrum is a wondrous display of distinct pitch colors that dance within their musical framework, blending to form various chords and tonalities. This richness of sound extends even beyond the musical sphere into day-to-day living. For example, as your ear becomes more alert, you suddenly find that you can recognize voices on the phone or pick up languages and foreign accents with ease. Music is a hearing art, so when you develop your ear, you touch everything in music. Every possible avenue of musical skill and talent is ultimately linked to your ear. Chapter number 3, The Riddle of Perfect Pitch. Many people think you're either born with perfect pitch or you're not, and that's that. Many consider perfect pitch a gift associated only with prodigious personalities. Oftentimes, musicians feel that perfect pitch is way high above them, ever beyond their reach. It is not so. This super refinement of hearing is not a mystical gift bestowed only on the musical elite. Most every musician has a natural but usually undernourished ability to discern exact pitches by ear. Perfect pitch is color hearing. Just as you can recognize visual colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, your ear has the potential to recognize pitch colors: C, C sharp, D, E flat, etc. Your eye sees colors of light. Your ears hear colors of sound. The 12 chromatic pitch colors could also be compared to 12 spices on the kitchen rack. Each has its own scent which distinguishes it from the others. When you smell rosemary, you know it is rosemary by its own scent, even though you have not compared it to sage or thyme. This may all sound very abstract, but once you catch on to it, you'll find it's nothing other than normal. What blocks our sense of pitch color? Without perfect pitch, the common ear roams in a shadowy music world painted only in shades of gray. A world where pitches rise and fall but somehow sound all the same. But why should this be? What prevents us from hearing pitch colors? The chief reason why people, including musicians, have not developed a sense of color hearing is simply a lack of proper listening, a lack of oral orientation in life. Psychologists say we are about 80 to 90% visually oriented. Early in life, we are taught the names of visual colors: red, blue, yellow. But how often does a child learn the musical colors of F sharp, B sharp, A? Our vision is our dominant sense, used for just about everything except listening to music. The hardest thing our ears have ever dealt with is learning the sounds of spoken words, one of our first childhood struggles. It's been a long time since our ears have had to perk up like that. Imagine if we had spent quality time in school listening closely to pitches in music. What would our ear have become with just a little more care? The ordinary untrained ear We'll finish out this sentence here. guess this section, really. Well, not this section. I mean, we're like right here. We'll finish to like the end of this page. Because the next page has a subheading. And so we'll stop there. The ordinary untrained ear can certainly enjoy all forms of music, but it hears from a more crude level of perception, asleep to more refined possibilities of experience. It is as if the ear has taken on a sort of dullness or laziness because it has never really had to listen more closely. It's not that people can't hear the pitch colors. It's that the ear has never paused long enough to notice them. It's not that people are tone deaf. True tone deafness is rare. People who appear tone deaf are mostly lacking in musical development, that's all. There is usually nothing wrong with hearing that cannot be amended with simple listening techniques. No musician is tone deaf, no matter how poorly he may sing or play. A desire for music indicates a sense of enjoyment while listening to pitch. That doesn't sound like tone deafness to me. But among musicians, there is certainly a vast range of hearing skills. For most people, hearing is a more elusive sense than sight. And because perfect pitch is even subtler than our basic sense of hearing, it's no wonder that perfect pitch goes long undeveloped. Most ears, and I reckon this includes yours, have always been capable of hearing pitch color. In fact, many musicians already hear pitch color to some contexts, though they may not be consciously aware of it. And I will leave you with that, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. Well, we'll listen to those pitch pointers. And so yeah, make sure once again that there's no comments. And thank you for joining me on my. I'm gonna start. Okay, you don't know this is a Botsy YouTube channel, right? BOTSY. Once again, if you're on Facebook, head over to youtube.com/Botsy. BOTSY, the blue circle. That's us. Justin and I, 5 years. So therefore, I call myself the Caitlin bot. Justin's the Justin bot. So, my fans, I mean, on Facebook, y'all know y'all my fans, OGs, but calling y'all bots. So, that's the fan base name, if you will. So bots. So, instead of saying guys, you know what I mean? I'm going to say bots. So, thank you, bots, for joining me on my perfect pitch journey, and I will see you tomorrow. Deuces.